You already know the basics, but here's what most Heartopia players never realize. The real progress starts after the beginner phase. Today I'm sharing 10 advanced tips that completely changed the way I play. These tips focus on efficiency, long-term planning and small decisions that make a huge difference over time. So let's jump straight into tip number 1. Mutating plants. The first thing you're going to want to do is to plant your flowers. But the way you plant them matters. So you can, for example, pick 2 colors. I have chosen pink and white. And you want to plant 4 plants in one row. The first one pink, then the second one white, then the third one pink again, and the fourth one white. You alternate between the 2 colors and plant 4 of them in a row. You get the idea. So basically I just create this whole field of plants that match that pattern. So in each row I have 2 different colors and I alternate between them, and that is the beginning of mutating your plants. Next step, once you've planted these plants, is to water your plants, because if you water them they will bloom quicker. Once your plants have grown and they show that you can pick them, they are ready for harvest, do not pick them. What you want to do is just water them again. And that is how you mutate your plants. You will see when you come by your plants again at a later stage, they're going to have these seeds floating above them. That is the mutated seed, and that is exactly what you want. Tip number 3, throw in your fish line further. I really struggled with this one. I didn't know how are people throwing their fish lines further than I can throw my fish line. And I finally then discovered if you get your fish line out and then with your mouse you want to click on the circle that says F where it shows your fish line. You click on that, you hold in your click, and then you drag around your fish line. You'll see in the water your fish line is moving further than it has before. And then you just release to cast the fish line. So there you go. Now you can throw your fish line further and reach those hard to get fishies that are just a bit out of reach. Tip number 3 is more of a performance tip. You see how my world looks snowy, it's covered in snow, it's all white. You can actually turn this off to improve your performance of your game. So that is done by the settings. You can just turn off the snow. You do still experience snow days and get the special effects from that. Like for example, Doris as her special shop and all that. It will not take that away from you, but it will increase your performance of your game. I personally don't have an issue with performance, so I like to keep mine on so I can see the snow. Tip number 4, discounts in NPC shops. Now every day there could possibly be certain NPC stores that have discounts. So my recommendation is to go around every day to all the NPC stores and check what they have on discount. Sometimes they do surprise you and they have something special on discount. This is how I've gotten many things such as instruments, and the discount really does help. It's huge. I also go every day to Massimo's cooking store because he always has a few items on discount, and that's kind of the only time I buy ingredients from him is when it is on discount. I totally max out the purchase as much as I can, and that is how I build up my ingredient stock. Tip number 4 is the stars on your crop does mean something, you guys. Once you've watered your crops, you will notice there's this big star floating in the middle of your crop. Now, the more people water this star will start having lines on it, and the more lines there are, it means the more different people watered that crop, and then the better chance of higher quality crops you will get. So these stars do mean something. The lines on the stars can tell you how many people have watered your crops. So please guys, when you visit your neighbors, give their crops some watering so that they can get better quality crops. Tip number 6, Rainbow Day rewards. So when it is a rainbow day, you will see sometimes when you're doing a normal tasks like foraging, collecting insects, all that kinds of stuff, cooking, you might see that you get a rainbow blessing. And what this means is you got more rewards out of whatever you were doing. So you'll have more forageable items, you'll have better quality food that you cooked, and so on. So make sure when it is a rainbow day to use that time wisely and cook a lot of food and forage and fish and all that kind of stuff to get better quality items or perhaps more items. Tip number 7, displays. You can put your best quality insects or fish on display around your house to decorate it more. This will also score you some bonus points for the house submissions, which we'll talk about in a moment. So what you can do is you can buy a vivarium or a fish tank from the NPCs, and then in those fish tanks and vivariums you can actually place insects in. So you get different sizes, the small ones, the bigger tanks, and then you can display your fish in these tanks. Now I always try and place the fish or insects with the best quality, like the most stars, but on top of that I also like using certain insects and fish. So like I have all the winter frost butterflies on display because they are absolutely beautiful. They are my most favorite, so you get the idea. Tip number 8, if there is a meteor shower, if it is a meteor day, if you check on your watch you can see the weather, and if there's a meteor it is most of the time near Onsen Mountain, but today I found one at the fishing village, so be aware it can be at different locations. You will find these starfall shards that you can harvest. There is various colors. Now each color represents a specific currency. Then in the area where you found all the meteor shards, you will find Doris, who will have a special shop, and in the special shop you can buy special furniture made out of meteors, and they are different colors according to the colors of the meteor shards you picked up. Now you're gonna have to collect a few meteor shower shards because they do cost quite a bit, some of these items, but it is a nice thing to have and something to work towards. I currently am trying to get the purple set, and then once I've gotten all the items in the purple set I'll try and get a different set. You can also buy starfall shards in a specific color using the white starfall shards. I assume the white one is the most common one, so you can turn the white ones into the colorful ones at a cost. One white starfall shard equals one of whichever color you choose. Tip number 9, if you go to your developers guild on your watch, the top right icon, evaluate, is where you can submit your house for an evaluation. Now mine is currently already in a evaluation, which the results will come in 17 hours. And if you click on your score, this is where you can collect the rewards once your evaluation is done. I have already gotten a few rewards, but there's still a lot more for me to get. And yeah, once you are ready, you just click the big blue submit button. Once the results are in of your evaluation, you will get some feedback from the NPCs, so they can kind of like guide you to how you can get more points next time. So take the advice they give you, edit your house a bit, and then resubmit so that you can hopefully get more points, therefore you can claim more of those rewards. Our last and final tip for the day, tip number 10, custom texturing. You can make custom designs for various furniture and clothing on your easel. So you don't just use the easel to paint pictures, but you can also create designs for clothing and furniture. So just to show you, I'm going to take this tank top. I want to color it pink, and then I'm going to write my initials, PP for Pretty Poison, and I'm going to draw a heart as well. Now often people overlook this part, but you'll see on the top where it says front part, you click this drop down menu and then you can access different parts of the item. So for example, don't forget to color the back of your shirt, otherwise if you don't it would just be default white. And then I added this pink ribbon stamp as well, so I didn't have to create this was actually just a stamp I put on the shirt, just so that there is a bit of something there on the back to decorate it a little bit more. Then you save your design. Then you need to go to your workshop bench where you craft items, and you actually need to sew the shirt together. Then the shirt will forever be available in your closet or wardrobe. You can put it on and wear it as much as you want. Now you've got the advanced strategies, the rest is up to you. Try them out, tweak your gameplay, and watch how much smoother your progress becomes. If this helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Heartopia content. I'll see you in the next video. Poison out.